Jin sighed as he walked down the narrow aisle of the Starliner. The ship was crowded, full of aliens and humans traveling to Mars. He just wanted to sit down, relax, and sleep for the whole trip. His ticket said **seat 42B***, but when he got there, a huge, scaly alien was already in it. The alien had sharp yellow eyes and didn't look friendly. Excuse me," Jin said carefully. "I think that's my seat." The alien growled. "I sit where I want, human." Jin didn't want trouble. He wasn't a fighter. He was just an engineer who fixed machines. Arguing with a giant alien seemed like a bad idea. He looked around and saw another empty seat nearby. **seat 44C***. No one was there. **perfect. Never mind," Jin muttered. He moved to the empty seat and sat down. Big mistake. Next to him, someone gasped. Jin turned his head and froze. A girl was staring at him with wide, glowing purple eyes. She had smooth silver skin and long black hair tied in a braid. She looked like one of those warrior aliens he'd seen in news feeds. Korvax**, if he remembered right. And she looked shocked. Jin blinked. Hi. The alien girl's face turned a deeper shade of silver. Was that a blush? She suddenly stood up, towering over him. "You," she said, pointing at him. "You switched seats." Jin leaned back. "Yeah. Sorry, was this seat taken?" She shook her head fast. "No, but you chose to sit next to me." Jin didn't understand. "I just didn't want to argue with that big guy back there." The girl's eyes sparkled. She took a deep breath, then said the last thing Jin expected. *** by Korvax law. You have proposed marriage. I accept. ***. Silence. Then, WHAT, Jin nearly fell out of his seat. The entire section of the Starliner suddenly erupted in noise. Other Korvax passengers stood up, cheering. A few clapped Jin on the back like he'd done something amazing. The big scaly alien from before laughed loudly. "Ha! Serves you right, human. Should have fought for your seat." Jin's face burned. Wait, what just happened? The girl, Mira**, as she later introduced herself, crossed her arms. "On my planet, if a stranger shows you kindness without being forced, it is a *** marriage proposal ***. You gave up your seat for me. That means you chose *** me." Jin's mouth hung open. No, I just didn't want trouble." Mira smirked. "Too late. The law is clear. We are engaged." A flight attendant, a human woman, walked by. Jin grabbed her arm. "Help. There's been a misunderstanding." The attendant glanced at Mira, then sighed. "Sorry, sir. Korvax marital customs are legally recognized on this flight. You'll have to sort it out planet-side." Jin groaned. This couldn't be happening. Mira sat back down, looking way too pleased. "Don't worry, human. I'll be a good wife." Jin buried his face in his hands. This was going to be the longest flight ever. Jin stared at Mira, his mouth still open. "This is a joke, right?" Mira shook her head. "No joke. You are my husband now." Jin rubbed his temples. No, I'm not your husband. I just sat here because that other guy was scary." Mira tilted her head. "But you chose to sit next to me. That's the rule." Jin groaned. "What kind of rule is that?" Around them, the other passengers were watching with amusement. A few Korvax women giggled behind their hands. One even whispered, "Lucky girl." Jin turned to the human flight attendant again. "Please tell me there's a way to fix this." The attendant shrugged. Sorry, sir. Korvac's marriage laws are strict. If you really didn't mean it, you'll have to go through the official cancellation process on Mars. Jin slumped in his seat. Great, just great. Mira patted his shoulder. Don't be sad. Korvac's wives are very loyal. Jin gave her a tired look. I don't even know you. Mira smiled. Then we'll get to know each other. Tell me about yourself, husband. Jin covered his face with his hands. The rest of the flight was awkward. Mira kept asking Jin questions. What he did for work, where he was from, what his favorite food was. Jin answered as shortly as possible, hoping she would lose interest. She didn't. When the food cart came by, Mira grabbed 2 meal boxes and handed one to Jin. For you, my love. Jin took it slowly. Thanks. The big scaly alien from before leaned over from his seat. You're a lucky human. Korvac's women are strong and brave. She could break you in half if she wanted. Jin looked at Mira. Can you really break me in half? Mira thought for a second. Probably not asterisk asterisk and half asterisk asterisk, but I could throw you very far. Jin decided not to argue with her. When the ship finally landed on Mars, Jin bolted out of his seat. He needed to get away from this crazy situation. But Mira was fast. She grabbed his arm. Where are you going, husband? Jin tried to pull away. Home. Alone. Mira frowned. No, you must come with me. We have to register our marriage with the Korvac's embassy. Jin's eyes widened. No way. I'm not marrying you. A deep voice growled behind him. Asterisk asterisk you insult my sister asterisk asterisk. Jin turned and saw a huge Korvac's man, even taller than Mira, glaring down at him. He had the same silver skin and purple eyes, but his muscles looked like they could crush rocks. Mira smiled. Brother, this is Jin, my husband. The brother's eyes narrowed. This asterisk asterisk weak human asterisk asterisk is your husband. Jin swallowed hard. It's a misunderstanding. The brother grabbed Jin's shirt and lifted him off the ground. You think you're good enough for my sister? Jin kicked his legs in the air. I don't even want to be. Mira crossed her arms. Die, put him down. He's my husband. Be nice. Day snorted but dropped Jin back onto his feet. Fine, but he has to prove he's worthy. Jin straightened his clothes. How? Day grinned. A duel. Korvac's tradition. If you win, the marriage stands. If you lose, it's cancelled. Jin looked at Day's massive arms. What if I refuse? Day cracked his knuckles. Then I break your legs. Jin sighed. Great options. Mira clapped her hands. This will be fun. Don't worry, Jin. I'll train you. Jin groaned. He just wanted to go home. But now he had to fight a giant alien to asterisk asterisk, not asterisk asterisk get married. This day kept getting worse. Jin rubbed his sore arm as he followed Mira and Dai through the Martian spaceport. The air smelled like metal and fuel, and the low gravity made his steps feel too light. So, Jin said, this dual thing. Is there a way I can just asterisk not asterisk do it? Day laughed loudly. No. Mira patted Jin's shoulder. Don't worry. I will teach you how to fight like a Korvac's. Jin looked at her muscular arms. I don't think my body works like yours. They arrived at a small training gym near the spaceport. The walls were lined with strange alien exercise machines. A few other Korvac's were lifting heavy weights and punching steel posts with their bare hands. Day threw a small bag at Jin. Put this on. Jin opened it. Inside was a tight silver suit. What's this? Training armor, Mira said. It will protect you. A little. Jin noticed she didn't say asterisk a lot. Asterisk. After changing, Jin stood in the middle of the training area. Dag cracked his knuckles. First lesson, Daz said. How to take a punch. Jin's eyes widened. Wait, shouldn't we start with Asterisk will H-A-N-M asterisk. Day's fist hit Jin in the stomach. Jin flew backward and crashed into a wall. Mira clapped. Good hit, brother. Jin groaned on the floor. I hate my life. After an hour, Jin had learned 3 things. 1. Korvac's training was just getting hit over and over. 2. The suit did asterisk not asterisk protect him enough. 3. Mira was a terrible teacher. Get up, husband, Mira said cheerfully. Try to hit me. Jin stood up, breathing hard. He swung his fist at Mira as hard as he could. Mira didn't even move. His punch bounced off her arm like he'd hit a tree. You're weak, Day said, shaking his head. How are you going to win the duel like this? Jin sat down on the floor. I'm not. I'm going to die. Mira frowned. Don't say that. You just need human tricks. Jin looked up. Human tricks. Mira nodded. Yes. Korvacs fight with strength. Humans fight with, what do you call it? Cheating. Jin almost smiled. You mean asterisk strategy asterisk? Yes, that. Later, in a quiet corner of the gym, Jin thought hard. He couldn't beat Dai in a fair fight, but maybe he didn't have to. He looked around the gym. There were weights, machines, and a fire extinguisher. An idea popped into his head. Mira, Jin said slowly, does your brother have any weaknesses? Mira thought for a moment. He's allergic to asterisk Zorvian pepper dust asterisk. Jin blinked. What's that? Mira pointed to a small red bottle on a shelf. That. If it gets in his nose, he sneezes for hours. Jin grinned. Maybe he had a chance after all. The next morning, Jin stood in the spaceport's public arena. A small crowd had gathered to watch the duel, mostly Korvacs, but a few humans too. Day stood across from him, grinning, ready to lose human. Jin took a deep breath. He had the small red bottle hidden in his pocket. Ready, Jin said. The crowd cheered. The duel was about to begin. The crowd cheered as Jin and Dai faced each other in the arena. Dai stretched his arms, his muscles looking even bigger under the bright arena lights. Jin just hoped his plan would work. Begin, shouted the referee. Dai charged like a bull. Jin barely dodged, rolling to the side. The crowd gasped. Stop running, human, Dai growled. Jin wiped sweat from his forehead. Not a chance. Dai attacked again. This time, Jin wasn't fast enough. Dai grabbed him by the shirt and lifted him high in the air. Any last words? Da grinned. Jin reached into his pocket. Yeah. Asterisk bliss you asterisk. He threw the red pepper dust right into Dai's face. For a second, nothing happened. Then, asterisk A-C-H-U asterisk. Dai sneezed so hard he dropped Jin. Asterisk H-U, A-C-H-U, asterisk Da couldn't stop. His eyes watered. His nose turned red. He sneezed again and accidentally punched himself in the face. The crowd went silent. Jin stood up slowly. Do I win now? The Korvacs referee looked shocked. He walked over to Da, who was still sneezing uncontrollably. Da of Clan Vex, can you continue? The referee asked. Asterisk A-C-H-U, asterisk no, asterisk A-C-H-U, asterisk I can't, asterisk A-C-H-U, asterisk. The referee raised Jin's hand. Winner by surrender, Jin the human. The crowd exploded in noise. Some Korvacs cheered. Others looked angry. A few humans in the crowd laughed loudly. Mira ran into the arena. She looked at her sneezing brother, then at Jin. You asterisk cheated asterisk, she said. Jin shrugged. You called it human tricks. Mira opened her mouth, then closed it. Finally, she smiled. That was actually pretty smart. Dai finally stopped sneezing long enough to speak. You Asterisk sniff asterisk. You tricked me. Jin nodded. Yep. So the marriage is cancelled. Right. Dea looked at Mira. She sighed. By our laws, yes. You won fair and strange. Jin grinned. Great. Then I'm free. But Mira grabbed his arm before he could leave. Wait, you still have to come to the Korvax embassy. Jin's smile disappeared. Why? Mira's eyes sparkled. Because you just did something no human has ever done. You beat a Korvax warrior in a duel. The elders will want to meet you. Jin groaned. Can't I just go home? Day stood up, still sniffling. No. Now you asterisk have asterisk to come. It's asterisk honor asterisk. Jin looked at both of them. You people are asterisk so asterisk weird. But he followed them anyway. Jin followed Mira and Da through the tall silver doors of the Korvax embassy. The building was huge, with high ceilings and walls covered in alien writing. Korvax warriors stood guard everywhere, watching Jin with sharp purple eyes. An old Korvax woman with long white hair sat on a throne-like chair. She looked at Jin like he was a bug. So, she said, this is the human who beat one of our warriors with sneezing powder. Day's face turned red. Matriarch Nari, he cheated. Nari held up a hand. No, he used his mind instead of his muscles. That is not cheating. That is asterisk interesting asterisk. Jin relaxed a little. Maybe this wouldn't be so bad. Then Nari smiled. Which is why we must test him further. Jin's stomach dropped. What? Nari stood up. A human has never passed a Korvax duel before. If you want to leave, you must pass asterisk 3 trials asterisk to prove your worth. Mira looked excited. Oh, this is a great honor. Jin whispered to her, can't I just say no? Nari heard him. No. Asterisk asterisk trial 1. Strength asterisk asterisk. They took Jin to a large room with a giant boulder in the middle. Lift this, Nari said. Jin stared at the boulder. It was as big as a car. Are you kidding? I can't lift that. Mira whispered. You don't have to lift it. Just asterisk move asterisk it. Jin looked around. There were ropes and poles nearby. An idea came to him. 10 minutes later, Jin had built a simple lever. He pushed down on one end, and the boulder lifted off the ground. The Korvax gasped. Nari nodded. Clever. You pass. Asterisk asterisk trial 2. Cunning asterisk asterisk. Next, they brought Jin to a table with a strange puzzle box. Open it, Nari said. All the Korvax warriors had tried before. None could solve it. Jin turned the box in his hands. He pushed, pulled, and twisted it. Nothing worked. Then he noticed tiny holes on one side. He blew into them. Asterisk click. Asterisk. The box opened. The Korvax looked shocked. How did you know to do that? Mira asked. Jin shrugged. It looked like a human toy I had as a kid. Nari almost smiled. Again, clever. You pass. Asterisk asterisk trial 3. Heart asterisk asterisk. The final test was the strangest. They brought Jin to a cage with a small, hurt animal inside. It looked like a mix between a fox and a lizard whimpering in pain. Kill it, Nari said. Jin frowned. Why? It is weak. We do not keep weak things. Jin looked at the scared animal. Then he did something no Korvax expected. He opened the cage and gently picked it up. No, Jin said. I'll help it. The room went silent. Nari's eyes widened. You would waste time on a creature that cannot help you. Jin nodded. Yeah, because it's the right thing to do. The Korvax whispered to each other. No one had ever asterisk helped asterisk something weaker before. Finally, Nari spoke. You are strange, human, but you pass all 3 trials. Jin sighed in relief. Great, so I can go now. Nari shook her head. No, Now you must meet the asterisk High Matriarch asterisk. Jin groaned. Oh, come on. Jin rubbed his tired eyes as they walked down a long, dark hallway. How many leaders do you people have? Mira smiled. This is the last one. The High Matriarch is the most important Korvax in the whole galaxy. Day, who was still sneezing sometimes, added, and the scariest. Great, just what Jin needed. The doors at the end of the hallway opened by themselves. Inside was a huge round room with a ceiling so high Jin couldn't see the top. In the center sat the oldest Korvax woman Jin had ever seen. Her silver skin had deep wrinkles, and her long white hair seemed to float around her head like clouds. When she opened her eyes, they glowed brighter than any other Korvax. So, her voice echoed, you are the human who broke our traditions. Jin swallowed hard. I didn't mean to. The High Matriarch stared at him for what felt like hours. Then suddenly, she laughed. It wasn't a nice laugh. It was the kind of laugh that made Jin want to hide. I like you, human, she said. You're funny. Jin wasn't sure if that was good. The High Matriarch stood up slowly. You passed all 3 trials. Strength, cunning, heart. She walked around Jin, looking him up and down. But there is one more thing I want to know. She stopped in front of him. Do you actually want to marry my granddaughter? Jin's mouth fell open. Your granddaughter. Mira suddenly looked at the floor, her face turning dark silver. Day coughed. Surprise. Jin's head spun. He'd been tricked into proposing to the princess of the Korvax. This kept getting worse. The High Matriarch waited for Jin's answer. Jin took a deep breath. Honestly. No, I didn't even know about your marriage rules. It was all a mistake. The room went very quiet. Then the High Matriarch nodded. Good answer. Mira's head snapped up. Grandmother. The old woman smiled. He told the truth, even when it was dangerous. That is rare. She turned to Mira. And you, my dear, do you really want to marry this strange human? Mira hesitated. Then she shook her head. No, I just didn't want to disobey tradition. The High Matriarch laughed again. Good. Then we can all stop this nonsense. Jin almost cried from relief. Thank you. But then the High Matriarch held up one finger. However, you still embarrassed our warrior. She pointed at Da. And you impressed many of our people. So I have decided something. Jin held his breath. You will stay on Mars for 1 month, she said. Teach some of our young ones about human, creative thinking. Then you can go home. Jin blinked. That's it. That's it. Mira looked at Jin. I can show you around Mars while you're here. The High Matriarch winked. Yes, that would be good. Jin had a feeling he was still being tricked somehow, but at least he wasn't getting married. As they left the room, Jin whispered to Mira, your grandmother is terrifying. Mira laughed. You have no idea. Day clapped Jin on the back. Welcome to the family, human. Sort of. Jin groaned. He was free from marriage, but now he had to spend a month with aliens who thought sneezing powder was a brilliant battle strategy. This was going to be a long month. The next 4 weeks were the strangest of Jin's life. Every morning, he taught young Korvax students about human problem solving. They loved his lessons, especially when he showed them how to make simple machines from scrap parts. Every afternoon, Mira showed him around Mars. They visited the red deserts, the underground human cities, and even the Korvax market where Jin tried weird alien foods, some good, some terrible. At first, Jin counted the days until he could go home. But slowly, something changed. One day, while fixing a broken water system in the Korvax school, Jin noticed Mira watching him. Why do you keep staring at me? He asked. Mira tilted her head. I'm trying to understand humans. You fix things instead of throwing them away. You help weak creatures. You think in curves when we think in straight lines. Jin smiled. Yeah, I guess we do. Mira was quiet for a moment. Then she said, I think I like curves. Jin's face felt warm. 2 weeks later, Day found Jin working on a broken spaceship engine. You're still here, Daz said. Jin wiped grease from his hands. Yep, 1 more week to go. Day sat next to him. My sister smiles more when you're around. Jin almost dropped his tool. What? Day shrugged. Just saying. Then he punched Jin's arm, gently for a Korvax, which still hurt. Don't hurt her, human. Jin rubbed his arm. I'm leaving in 7 days. Day grinned. We'll see. On Jin's last night, the Korvax threw him a goodbye party. There was food, music, and even some dancing. Korvax dancing looked like fighting, but Jin tried his best. The High Matriarch gave Jin a small silver box. A gift, she said. Inside was a tiny communicator. For calling us, the old woman said with a sly smile. If you ever want to. Jin looked around. All the Korvax he'd met were there, even the students he taught, and Mira standing closest to him. Thank you, Jin said, and he meant it. The next morning, Jin stood at the spaceport, his bags packed. Mira walked with him to his ship. Well, Jin said, I guess this is goodbye. Mira nodded. Then suddenly, she hugged him. Korvac's hugs were strong. Jin felt his ribs creak. Oof, easy there, he laughed. Mira let go, looking embarrassed. Sorry, human goodbyes are strange. Jin smiled. Yeah, they are. He turned to board his ship, then stopped. Hey Mira, he said, Mars isn't that far from Earth. Maybe. I could visit sometime. Mira's purple eyes lit up. I would like that. Jin nodded. Me too. As his ship took off, Jin looked out the window. Mira waved until he couldn't see her anymore. In his pocket, the silver communicator felt warm. Epilogue. 3 months later, The doorbell rang in Jin's Earth apartment. When he opened the door, Mira stood there with a backpack and a big smile. I decided to try human dating, she said. Your turn to show me your planet. Jin laughed. Okay, but no marriage rules this time, deal? Mira grinned. Deal. Then she kissed him. Korvac's kisses were strong too, but Jin didn't mind. Sometimes, the best things in life start with a simple seat swap.